Alright guys, how's it going? So today I'm recording a series of videos based on information that I received from a friend of mine last Wednesday when I was in England. I received it in the evening. I was out with some good company. I've been on the 2-for-1 cocktails for quite some time. I couldn't really deal with it at the time. Wasn't sure how to handle that information at the time either. So I also sat on it for a couple of days before posting it on the members website. And on here to channel members, because on here there are text updates as well if you're a channel member. More secure private environment, that's all. But I did get an update out about it, and in this video I'm going to be talking about a particular claim, or claims if you like. I have uploaded 2 videos I think prior to this one, which you should watch. Really, I think you should watch them in that order, the 2 before this. And I'm breaking them up into individual videos because it literally would be an hour long, I think, if we were just to do one big video. The person that provided this information to me is known to me and someone that I consider a friend. Sorry, I've got notifications. To give you some, not justification, but to give you an idea of how close to things they may be. If they were to walk up to a Liverpool Football Club facility, they would be known and allowed to walk in and out as they wanted to. Whereas me and you would be like, what are you doing? Yeah, you fuck off, get out. You know what I'm saying? So normally I make videos like this private, not necessarily to protect the source on this occasion, but for a quiet life. I make these videos for people that I consider friends that have been around here for decades with me, and this channel runs parallel to my website behind me. Okay, I'm not a YouTuber or anything like that. I just need to say that to people that are stumbling on the videos for the first time. We just can't be doing with any fucking numpties. All right, so everyone's entitled to opinion, but please express it sensibly. We're not here to clickbait. We're not here to generate views. I don't need to do that, guys. I'm just saying. So, unfortunately, I'm having to go through this blurb in every video. This is why I normally keep these videos private, to be honest with you. Okay, so the last video was about John Henry and Jurgen Klopp allegedly not speaking for a while. Please go and watch that video, because this one, I guess, is a kind of an extension as to why that may be. Now, I posted this stuff in text originally on Friday on the members website and elsewhere, as I've told you. And I'm going to read you what I initially said before I listed the bullet points. Then the words that I read out will be source stroke friend, however you want to consider it. And then I've just put one little comment after this. Okay, so I started by saying, okay, guys, I've sat on this for a few days, but I'm going to post it. I can post the email I received in its entirety if requested, but I think my pointers should be enough. In fact, the members they're always going to trust me without a doubt. This comes from a friend of mine who is most definitely on the inside of certain things at Anfield. I trust them with my life. Anything bold is my own input. Obviously, I can't do bold in a video, but I'll tell you what was my opinion. So I'll skip over the first 2 bullet points because we've done that in previous videos. And this one, again, is a continuation from John Henry and the boss have not spoken directly, the previous video. Here we go. This is said, bits from the email in relation to this topic. Okay. Klopp was absolutely fuming over the Bellingham deal. He had worked on that one, as you know, for over 12 months and had built a fantastic relationship with both Jude and his family. From what I can work out, the boss had shook hands on a deal only for Henry to pull the plug on the deal, thus making him look a complete fool. Words were exchanged, and that's where we are today. And I merely added my opinion to that, to the members, and just said, I absolutely believe this. Because this is something that I spoke to you guys about for fucking ages, And initially, when the boss announced his decision to leave, I was like, we were all like, what the fuck, where's this come from? And maybe there are things that are contributing factors to that. Some people might want to say, he's not feeling too good, or there's something wrong with him. Maybe that. might come out in the future. It doesn't mean that this isn't true. Maybe he just wants a break. It doesn't mean that this isn't true. You know, I think this absolutely. When I received this, I was just like, I fucking knew it, because I trust this person with my life. Honestly, I really do. Now, if you think about it, Klopp was absolutely fuming over the Bellingham deal. Worked on it 12 months. You know, the suggestion here is that he himself worked on that for 12 months. So not just the people that are involved in recruitment that had maybe been working on it for longer, and had built a fantastic relationship with both Jude and his family. From what I can work out, the boss shook hands on a deal, only for Henry to pull the plug on the deal, thus making him look a complete fool. Words were exchanged, and that's where we are today. Now, for transparency, I don't like the owners. So I could be just making this up to, you know, use it as an excuse to cosh the owners or something like that, right? Because there are a lot of people out there that don't like the owners, that would use any opportunity to attack them and to you know, drive up, incite like a bad vibe and that. Even though this is my friend, I would always say, form your own opinions. Do you know what I mean? Like, there could be a million reasons that John Henry might have pulled the plug on this, if he did, that we don't know about, right? So even if your friend, the source or whatever, is legitimate and authentic and definitely would never mislead you, you know, they were obviously told this as well from within the club. So you've always got to take that into consideration. I'm trying to be as fair as fuck here, right? However, I am inclined to absolutely believe this, as I said. Because if you think back to the summer, and you know what my memory is like, you know my memory is shocking, right? There are people far more switched on with the memory with the turn of events. Adam Naylor, for example, little fucker, AKM, Adam knows more. Adam Naylor, Liverpool YouTuber. I mean, but he's not a YouTuber. I think he might be like me and wouldn't want to be called that. He's just a Liverpool fan that cares a lot about Liverpool. And when, you know, sometimes I will say something like this, he'll come straight back and say, do you know what, Dunk? It was fucking August 12th. I'm like, what the fuck? What year was it? Right? So there are people out there that remember things that I don't remember. But what I do remember is speaking to you guys, us collectively in the summer, saying, what the absolute fuck? Because if you remember at the time, the Bellingham camp, entourage, representatives, family, I did say Bellingham, normally I say Bellamy, don't I? I do get them mixed up. Sometimes I refer to him as Bellamy. Bellingham, right? The camp, the family, the friends, the entourage, however you want to refer to it as, because it can sound more sensational if you use certain words. Do you remember in the summer, I can't remember when it was, someone came to Liverpool or Merseyside, I can't remember if it was specifically Liverpool, but certainly Merseyside. I believe it was the city, to be honest with you. And we all thought, I certainly did, that it was on, right? And around the same time, the clique of LFC journalists, you know, the ones that, oh, I don't know, I don't think I need to explain the clique of LFC journalists, but there are certain journalists that some are tapped into more than others. You know, you've got the likes of Ornstein and Joyce. Ornstein more with the ownership, I think. Joyce more so with the people that run Liverpool Football Club on a day-to-day basis. But sometimes they cross over a little bit. I don't think Joyce does with the ownership, to be honest, but Ornstein does cross over. And I can't remember who. By the way, I don't refer to them as the clique of journalists. Those two, I don't put them in the clique. I don't. I think that they have some good sources, some good contacts. They're probably the only two that you should listen to on top of Fabrizio Romano. Mo Salah! If you don't know why I did that, it doesn't matter. Most people do. Those three, all right? But specifically Liverpool, Joyce and Ornstein. And then you've got the clique of journalists, the ones that might have been relevant at one time back in the day, but no longer are. And they're trying to stay relevant, so they make big claims, but with disclaimer. There's like a clique of these journalists. And maybe they're nice people, you know, but in terms of like, I don't know. I can see through it. They, at the time, who was it? I've got a feeling it was the likes of Joyce and Ornstein that's all of a sudden around the time of this alleged meeting get-together started then dropping articles along the line, you know, to soften, we all thought Bellingham was coming, right? But then I remember these articles coming out of nowhere, and we were all like, doesn't sound good, does it? I was just, you know, like for example, I can't remember what it was, but might have been something along the lines of, you know, maybe the money's not there for, you know, this, that, and the other Bellingham. You know, Bellingham or the boss has to go for other people. It's Bellingham or them, plural. So you can have them 2 or 3 players, or you can have Bellingham, that kind of thing. I think that was kind of what was being presented to us, and that set the alarm bells ringing. And then, obviously, again, I don't know the order of events, but then we were told that Bellingham wanted Real Madrid, didn't want us. And it just all seemed very weird. Like, why the fuck did they come to Liverpool, if it was Liverpool, I think it was, to say, hi, we've been working on this all this time, but we decided we don't want to do it. It just didn't make sense. And the rumours at the time were that Liverpool had pulled the plug. Liverpool had just, no, we're not doing it. Which ties in with those claims. It just fucking ties in with them. You know, and then obviously you'll get people now that, sorry, I've got a notification, you'll get people now that will say, well, he said he always wanted to go to Real Madrid. Of course he do. This is what players do, don't they? You know what I mean? I don't know. I think there was claims coming from, you know, allegedly coming from his family about how they wanted Liverpool and all. I don't know. My own personal opinion, away from that claim or whatever, is that Bellingham did want Liverpool. And I believe Klopp wanted him, and I believe something changed at our end that stopped that from happening. And maybe that decision was Jurgen's. Maybe he went, well, fucking hell, it's him or I can't get them. Or if I get him, I can't get them. So I don't know. This is what we do. We speculate, we discuss, we talk. Now, before anyone gets smart in the comments saying, Bellingham's gone to Real Madrid, let it go. I couldn't give a fuck about Bellingham, to be honest with you. We're talking about stuff and claims that were made last week. And I have a duty to talk to my friends and to say, guys, do you remember this? And they'll go, yeah. You don't though, do you, Dunk? And I go, no, I don't remember it. And I'll go, well, now I've been told this. So I am only sharing what I have been told by someone that I personally trust. And if you wish to dismiss it as nonsense or clickbait or fucking whatever you do, I'm on the fucking Mediterranean. I don't have to clickbait fucking nothing. Some of these people annoy me sometimes. But if you want to dismiss it, that's fine. I personally, as I said in bold, I absolutely believe this. So, and if you remember, we had a similar thing with Timo Werner, and you might turn around and say, well, thank fuck that didn't happen. But at the time, the boss, if you remember, Google it, allegedly, we've got to say allegedly, personally called Timo Werner and said, I can't make the deal happen. Was it not 50 million at the time or something? I can't make the deal happen. I'm very sorry. It's not my decision. It's not a reflection on you. I haven't changed my mind. But basically, I'm not being provided with the ability to, you know, whether you want to say funds or whatever, to make it happen. And you can imagine as the manager that maybe that was a bit embarrassing if it happened, or maybe it was a bit angry, and maybe we've seen this with other players over the years or other high-profile ones. But again, you know, like, all I'm going to do is leave it with you to form your own opinions. Do you think there's any truth in that? Okay, and I'm going to read it to you one more time, so I'm going to end the video now, and then I have one more video for you on this, on all of these things. Klopp was absolutely fuming over the Bellingham deal. He had worked on that one, as you know, for over 12 months and had built a fantastic relationship with both Jude and his family. From what I can work out, the boss had shook hands on a deal, only for Henry to pull the plug on the deal, thus making him look a complete fool. Words were exchanged, and that's where we are today. And that came after John Henry and the boss have not spoken directly, either face-to-face or conference calls, etc., since Henry flew over for the Chelsea game. And I just wonder, you know, maybe if the Bellingham, if that, you know, the shit hit the fan at that point, You know, we've heard Pep say we knew in the summer, or, you know, or beginning of the season, when I think he said summer or something. You know, maybe that was it. Like, do you know what? Fuck it, I'm not doing it anymore. And if you remember, John W. Henry fucking turning up out of nowhere, right? I'm coming over to sort this out, or whatever was going on. Do you remember? Not when I say sort this out, I don't specifically mean Bellingham here. I like to be very precise with my words. There were suggestions that things were not going to plan in the window, and John W. Henry turned up. When have we ever heard that? And then, right, let's just speculate. Maybe there was some fucking drama going on between Henry and the boss. Fuck this, I'm off, right, whatever. And then the Caicedo bid goes in. Like, a ridiculous 115, 112 million pound bid. And all of us were like, what's going on? Like, Bellingham's fallen through all of a sudden, you know. John W. Henry turns up. Now they've got money for Caicedo. It just was a series of bizarre events, which I really do think, if you think about them, that it all does make sense, or certainly makes it plausible. We can't verify this, but that's the fun of it all, isn't it? We're only having a natter, so don't start caps locking me to death. I will always believe that Jurgen Klopp decided to leave Liverpool Football Club because of the Bellingham thing. Whether you do or not, I do. That's what I will always believe. Even if it came out, God forbid, later on that Jurgen had to leave for personal reasons or something, you know, because because you just know people then will go, well, that gets rid of every other myth and suggestion. I still fucking believe that that this has been a huge contributing factor to it. I really do. And I've said that before this. You remember I said this before I went to England. I'm convinced it's Bellingham. And maybe that was just the one thing that he's gone, do you know what? Fuck it, I'm not doing it anymore. And it would explain some of the panic moves in the summer, I think, with the Caicedo stuff. So, I look forward to your comments. If you're going to be disrespectful on my channel, if you're new around here, you'll be just removed and you will never be able to comment again, right? You still think you can comment. You can be in the chats, putting messages in, posting comments, and it's visible to you, but not me or anybody else. We just get rid of you. We've got zero fucking tolerance for fucking idiots, right? I'm the biggest idiot around here. Let me be the idiot. It's my name on the channel. But we have a more mature environment. People that just want to, we're not fucking, you know, ratio and all that shit that you see on social media. We're not fucking kids around here, right? So we're trying to have a grown-up discussion. We'll have a giggle as well. Definitely have a giggle. But, you know, if you disagree with it, it's fine to disagree. It's no problem. You know, just think before you speak. And that's it, guys. So if you appreciate the video, please give me a thumbs up. It doesn't mean you agree with me or anything that's in the video. It just means thanks. You know, that's all that means. I think you should leave a comment on this. And if you want to, you know, buy me a beer or a coffee, if you're a Muslim, it's a coffee, all right? Hit the super thanks button. Please read the video description. There's a newsletter, there's social media channels, there's the members website, there's everything in there. And there's also a list of people that have bought me a beer or a coffee in there as well this year. But I want to end by saying this. Don't just jump to conclusions with the owners if you don't like John Henry or whatever, because there may be justifiable reasons for this. There might not be. But one of the reasons that I sat on it a couple of days before posting it on the members website, which is the most serious, like, safest fucking place, you know, in terms of really good people, like, no, you never get any idiots on there because it's obviously a members website. So you don't get the casual, fucking, you know what I mean, spotty fucking teenager running the gob. Even though it was the members website, I sat on it for 2 days thinking, I don't know if I want to post this, because my immediate, you know, thoughts were people are going to start banging on about FSG out and all that again, which I really don't want to do. I don't want to do that by default. I don't like them. I'm never going to fucking change that opinion ever. It's not just because of who they are individually. It's just because of the way the game is with outside, you know, investors and things like that really don't care about the club. They only care about profit. So I'm sure there could be worse owners, you know. So it's not, this video isn't to try and stir up anything. It's just something that I think that you should know. This is what we are here for. And like I said, if the comments are fine, then yeah, cool. If not, I'll just make the video private, and I just won't do these ones again. Just keep them private, you know. That's it. All right. I have one more video in this series that I'd like to update you with. So I'm going to get on with that. All right, guys. Cheers.